Hi, my name is Adam Silverstein. I'm a husband, father, community organizer, executive coach, and facilitator. Most of my clients are YPOers, and I'm frequently supporting YPO forums, which is exactly why I want to become a CFF. As a CFF, I believe I can further expand my overall impact, grow as a practitioner, and better serve this community. Now, the thing I love most about my work is when participants or clients have these light bulb moments, these strokes of insight. It brings a real sense of purpose for me. And I think that's the reason why you have us presenting the Johari's window, because it explains how we get there. It illustrates that through self-disclosure and feedback from others, we discover deep insights about ourselves. So here's the model. As you can see, it looks like a window. The x-axis represents our own perspective. The y-axis represents other perspectives. The top quadrant, or the open window, are the things that we know about ourselves and the things that others know about us. Now, if we want to get to a place of insight, we must work to expand this open window. One way we can do that is by expanding this area horizontally, to the right, or into the blind spot window. And these are the things that others know about us, but we don't know about ourselves. But we can uncover them by soliciting feedback. Or we can expand this area vertically into the bottom left area, or the hidden window. We do this by disclosing the things that are known by us but not to others, like vulnerabilities, fears, secrets. Then there is the bottom right window, where the things are unknown by us and unknown to others. I call this the discovery zone. The theory here is that this concoction of feedback and self-disclosure, we inevitably discover new things about ourselves and therefore gain valuable insight. To illustrate how all this works, I'd like to share a story. 4 years ago, I applied to become a CFF. I was sure that I was a shoo-in. I had a full roster of clients, I was consistently facilitating retreats, and had great YPO connections and referrals. But I was pretty disappointed when I failed to make it into the third round. So I reached out to Sarah McMillan to solicit feedback or expand my awareness horizontally, and she said it was very close, but had encouraged me to lead with more vulnerability to create deeper connection with my audience. I then asked some of my CFF mentors for more feedback, further horizontal expansion. Several of them asked me about how much I shared or disclosed while I was facilitating. I realized that I actually rarely shared deep vulnerability in my sessions. I shared now with my mentors, I'm revealing that and expanding this box vertically, that the truth was I was too scared to share my story because I was ashamed of my past and feared I would be met with disapproval. And then I entered the discovery zone. I realized that if I began to model deep vulnerability in my sessions, I would not only help others safely dive into their stories, I would also more easily be able to let go of my own shame and therefore love myself more fully. With this new insight, I was determined to show up to retreats with full openness. For instance, when modeling personal history exercises, I started sharing graphic experiences of growing up with a mentally ill, abusive mother who created a constant state of chaos in my house. Of course, when this was shared, it wasn't met with disapproval or shame. I was met with compassion, respect, and gratitude. And it actually ended up giving others the courage to share more deeply as well. I knew this and taught this, but it was a blind spot, and I'm deeply grateful to Sarah for being the impetus to this simple yet profound insight. As you may notice, this model also explains the utility of a forum. A forum provides a safe space for individuals to expand that open box, to disclose their vulnerabilities and receive feedback in a non-threatening way, which can then lead to profound insights. To wrap up this video, I'd like to touch on the uniqueness I bring to the community. At 20, my mentor and then CFF, Jim Warner, launched me and 6 of my best friends into a forum. 7 years later, I decided that I wanted to go into coaching and facilitating. And over the next few years, I gradually transitioned away from my career in finance and real estate and did everything I could to gain the experience I needed. In a way, forums are the backbones of my life. Now at 38 years old, I've spent almost half of my life in a forum. Most of my vocational energy over the past 10 years has been related to forum, and most of my community connections are through forum. Supporting leaders and becoming better people is one of the ways I have found I can create a real impact in this world, and it is this unique passion and dedication that I know I can bring to this community.